Hi, my name is Tara, and I'm a meditation coach, and I do energy work and hypnotherapy and spirit work. And I'm going to put up some meditation videos so that you can practice a little bit of breathing and being present in the moment and see what it's like to work with me. And if you find them useful, you're welcome to book time with me or to make a donation to my website or just pass it on. You know, a lot of people don't know much about meditation and breathing. And my version of it isn't about being perfect or getting it just right. It's about the experience of being in the moment. And that's the thing that I'd like you to be able to take away with you, from the videos, is that it's about breathing and being. And I share techniques that can help you even if you have a really busy mind. But it'll still work for you if you're already used to meditation practice, but this will often add a little bit of depth or range to it. So welcome and enjoy. Namaste. So take a moment, take a breath. Generally we always begin with a breath. So start with just getting into awareness of where your body's at the moment. Notice what's comfortable, notice what's uncomfortable. If there's something that's really uncomfortable, move. If you feel like you can't breathe well enough, loosen up your clothing. If you have an itch, go ahead and scratch it. Anytime through meditation. This is about bringing the mind to quietness, not about perfect ascendance to nirvana, at least today. If you want to work on the nirvana stuff, we can do that later. And we're going to do just a very basic breathing in and out for this meditation. So we're going to start. I'm going to ask you to put your hands on your chest and just notice the chest almost not moving while the belly moves more. And if you have a hard time doing that, you can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. But I want you to notice that we're not breathing into the chest. Let me show you the difference between that. So that would be breathing into the chest, and that's not what we want to do. But breathing into the belly just doesn't move that much. So I want you to keep breathing so that it feels at ease, a sustainable path. If you need to gasp or you have to hold in between breaths, then you don't quite have the right cadence yet. So adjust your breathing until it easily flows directly from inhale to exhale, inhale to exhale, inhale to exhale. And this is going to be one of the counting meditations. So the first thing I want you to do is notice your heartbeat. And if you can just feel it, that's fabulous. But if you can't, you can try feeling it on your wrist or in your chest or in your neck. Just find your heartbeat somewhere and count it. And as you do that, remember to think about your breathing, the inhale and the exhale. Notice whether the pace of your heartbeat changes as you breathe. And then begin to count from 5 down to 0 in between your counting of your heartbeats. And that'll look like this. 5. And at 5, you're just going to notice what's around you in the day. Take another breath. 4. And at 4, you let go of any stiffness in your posture and allow the body to settle into a comfortable pose. If that means laying down, you can lay down. If it means getting on your knees instead of in lotus position, that's totally fine. If it means just, I don't know the PC term for it, but Indian style. Legs folded, but not, feet over your thighs. That's okay too. And keep the count going and keep the breathing. At 3, we're just going to find a cozy thought. It could be something from childhood. It could be the perfect vacation. It could be a moment when somebody said something that felt so good to you. Just take a moment and notice that. Remember to count. From there we go down to 2. And at 2, we're just going to release and allow the mind to soften and quiet. If you feel like you're ready to let go of counting the breath to the heartbeat, that's okay. But if you need to keep doing that, keep counting. From there at 2, and just allowing the mind to drift. Imagine, picture, pretend big swirls or big rectilinear shapes. Whatever works better in your brain. This isn't about my brain, it's about your brain. And from there down to 1. And then I want you to very quickly, when I say the numbers 1 and 2, you're going to open and close your eyes. 1 is open, 2 is closed. So when I say 1, the eyes will open. 2, the eyes will close. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Take another deep breath and allow yourself to descend all the way down to 1. And at 1, we just find the quiet space in the mind. And again, if you have extra thoughts that are sort of drifting in or pushing through or trying to, nudge into focus and center, and they're not what you want to focus on, then just take them and set them aside next to you into a basket or a safe space or a lockbox, whatever feels right for you. Almost like a pensive from Harry Potter. And just keep drawing the thoughts out as they come. Thank you, I'm breathing right now, I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you, I know it's important. I don't want to forget, I'm just breathing right now. I'll be back. Thanks for sharing. And then keep breathing. Take a big breath that fills up the whole torso cavity. And then allow it to release and let go. And that's all the way down to 0. And at 0, you just go a little deeper within yourself and find that spot that you haven't seen for a while or been able to connect to, and give it a little wave. Hi, how you doing in there? And sometimes, it'll grumble at you. And sometimes it'll go, hey, you see me. And sometimes it'll just be quiet. Any of those are okay. The important part is the acknowledgement. So from there, we're going to take another breath. And then 2 more. Give yourself permission to lose track of time for a moment. It's okay. We'll be right back. Good. And then from there, we're going to come back up to 1. And at 1, we're just going to notice what was good about what we just did. I didn't know we could do that. And from there we come up to 2. And at 2, you're going to think about dusting yourself off. Anything that doesn't need to stay attached, that isn't good for you, that doesn't help you function in your day, doesn't help you be more effective or productive or relaxed, we're just going to let it go. If it really needs to be with you, it'll come back, trust me. It will not get lost. So don't worry about dusting off something that you shouldn't. Go ahead and dust things off. You can do your whole body, all the way down to the feet, all the way up to the head. You can even do the tops of your head. And then do a cleansing breath. Big deep breath in, and then just to release and relax out. Right, the body should sort of collapse a little with a relaxing breath, cleansing breath. from there we come up to 3, and at 3, think of something that makes you smile. It could be sticking your feet in a pond, it can be watching fish, it can be the smell of fresh baked cookies, it can be flowers in bloom, it can be the sound of the surf, or walking, in the edge of the ocean, sitting under a tree, being the tree. Just think of something that feels like it releases and relaxes you and feels comfortable and allows you to really just let go. And from there we come up to 4. And at 4, we're just going to begin to develop higher room awareness. So we'll notice our body, where we're sitting. If anybody's uncomfortable, it's a good time to give a little wiggle if it's tight. Take another breath. Become aware of the feeling of whether the air coming into the body is warm or cool. Does it have a smell? And from there we come up to 5. And at 5, it's always eyes open, wide awake. Awake, focused, re-energized. You can change your own words, though. It doesn't have to be re-energized. It can be joyous or ebullient, or it can be calm. But it has to be a word that you can feel and connect with. Right? And over time, as you do the counting, you'll get to a pattern of recognizing which words are most effective for you, that the body and mind respond best to, and help you achieve your goals. And then they'll become the regular words that you'll use in your daily practice. And having a daily practice of meditation helps lower your standing heart rate, helps reduce the stress hormones in the body, and helps make us more resistant and resilient. Our immune system gets stronger, we're able to focus on gratitude more, and that just generally makes your day better. And then when your day better, everybody who's in your day, their day gets better too. So take a moment, take a breath. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in and trying out my meditation video. I hope you found it useful. And remember that you can do this anytime or anywhere. The idea isn't to get it perfect, but is to have a moment where you're being present and getting centered. And if you did find it useful, I hope that you'd pass it along to other people who could use it. It's a pretty universal tool, and you can do it at just about any time or anywhere, at the office or at home. You can do it with your kids around. In fact, meditation is great for kids, so if you can get them to do it with you, kudos. And thank you so much. If you like this video, then I'd encourage you to check out my other videos. Namaste.